Yo, what up, man? It's Cool Keezy. Yeah, what's up, everyone? It's been a long time since I've done one of these. Glad to be here, glad to be alive on this Monday morning. And since it is Monday morning, that makes it Madness Monday. And I thought it would be great to do a young review of the movie that I watched on Sunday morning, which coincides with Madness Monday, and it was Birds of Prey, the adventures and whatnot, whatever, etc., of one Harley Quinn. This was a movie that I went into pretty nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I was quite nervous when I went to this movie, and I was not sure exactly what to expect. I mean, obviously, I knew that I could expect an origin story of some sort for a character that was traditionally an antagonist in the DC comic world. But other than that, a lot of people approach this, even DC fans, even you DC fanboys and girls, a lot of you approach this movie saying, it's a bit of a nervous one there, hey? Cat Billion! What's happening? Let me wave at you. Yup. A lot of people came in and they said, you guys kind of killed it with Joker last year. You nailed it. You knocked it out of the park. An origin story of Harley Quinn? We're not sure who asked for that. Am I right? But I went into it, and this is a film that, like I said, looks at the origin story, sort of the origin story of Harley Quinn as an antagonist in the DC universe, one of the minor antagonists of Batman. And this is not necessarily an origin story because it also tapers off from the events of The Suicide Squad, which is a movie that had high expectations and just didn't meet them. There were some graces about the film. There were some great things about Suicide Squad as a film. Stefan! How you doing, man? Let me say what's up. Monica, how you doing? Wave at me. So that was one of the things that really framed this whole thing. I wave back. And that was one of the things that framed the setup of this film, is that, Suicide Squad was a troubling and challenging film. Hey, Monica. And was a challenging film to take on or to accept because of everything that was wrong with it. Most of all, Jared Leto's representation of Joker. So Harley Quinn takes off from those events, and I must say, when you look at it, a film where Margot Robbie is the producer and Kathy Ann is in there directing, I really didn't know what to expect, but I have to say that I was quite happy with what I saw. I was happy with Margot Robbie's portrayal of Harley Quinn, Harleen Quinzel, and how she brought that forward. So the story is basically, this is in the same way that Joker last year wasn't necessarily a superhero film. It was a social study. Okay, if you say so, Monica. But a lot of people didn't like Suicide Squad. So one of the issues was that, Harley Quinn comes into this environment, and then you've got this, you've got a tapering off from the events of Suicide Squad. Hello, Gugu. Hope you're good. And when that takes place, you've got, yo, let me do my review, Monica. When you look at it coming from the events of a film that was not as roundly praised as it should have been, and I'm talking about Suicide Squad, a lot of people were nervous about that. So in the same way that Joker was a movie, was not a comic book movie, but a social study, the Harley Quinn film Birds of Prey is a breakup movie. What's up, Vulan? It's a movie about a breakup. And, well, I don't want to spoil all too much, but, there is a significant shift in Harley Quinn's love life, obviously, with the Joker and her falling on hard times as far as their relationship goes. And as a result of that, she loses the protection that she got from being Joker's girlfriend, and the entire criminal afterworld is after her. And it really takes a really keen look into this universe that is the Gotham criminal underworld and Gotham's organized crime. And that's where the premise of the film comes in. And they use this to introduce cinematically Harley Quinn. Hello, Callie. And they use this to introduce Harley Quinn as an arc and as a character in her own right. And they also use it to establish some of the other powerful characters that might not be as prominent in the DC universe, particularly in the Gotham mythos. And a lot of the reasons why people felt like this was not going to be a good film was because it falls really into an environment of contention about representation in movies and this notion of, and there's a lot of people who are traditional comic book fans who unfortunately happen to have very narrow-minded ideas of how superheroes should be represented and who should be given prominence. And they've come up with the slogan, "Go woke, go broke." And they use, to support their arguments, they use this idea that there are films in this category, comics, sci-fi, broader action. And what's up, Stefan? And they use this idea of taking examples of such films that haven't performed well in the box office, and they say, you see, this is what happens when you pander to groups in the outskirts, whether they're minorities, whether they're women, or whether they're in the LGBT community, whatever. If you try to pander to them, you're just going to make a bad movie. Everybody can tell, and it sucks. And I've never been happy to see those people proven wrong. Hi, Kelly. I've never been happier to see those people proven wrong, because I think Margot Robbie accomplished her mission. Look, it's not a perfect movie. The timeline is all over the place, but I think it told a compelling story, and it was just a refreshing look at the DC universe, because it's great to see DC create movies that don't take themselves too seriously. And, after a decade of being completely outflanked by Marvel, I think they learned some hard lessons about maybe you don't want to build an entire extended universe. Maybe you don't want to set a series that all coincides into one big culmination of an event. Sometimes people just want a decent movie, and I think that's what they delivered on Birds of Prey. Look, this is a spoiler-free review, so I'm not going to go into too many details. I'll just say that I got some great laughs. I enjoyed the action. It kind of straddled a very beautiful line between being PG and being all the way R-rated. And I had a lot of fun. I mean, I wasn't consciously thinking about plot holes and all the rest of those things while I was watching the film. While they are there, I was just mesmerized by a lot of what was going on in front of me, particularly Margot Robbie. So yeah, I mean, I'm giving this one 3 out of 5 stars. I don't know if there's anybody else out there who's watched the film. Let me know what you think in the comments, and let's get the conversation going. All in all, Birds of Prey, a decent 3 out of 5. I'm happy. Easy.